confident with himself as a god. He's just like, I am Zeus. He does a ton of damage, let's be realistic. That new shield throw with the ability to go ahead and chain lightning off of it and do damage is really insane. So his early game pressure is there. His mid game is kind of where I think he's a little bit weaker because he's very susceptible to these ganks, especially if he doesn't have an ultimate available with no movement. But late game in the team fights, if his positioning is correct and they have enough peel, Zeus is a monster late game. So he has a really good early, the weak mid, and really excels in that late game aspect. But Thor, the early game god, as they like to call him, and the late game support jungler, is being hovered over.
Hovered over, and it might be locked in here. Thor, usually one of the go-to junglers here. We saw a lot of plays coming out of him in the regionals, Challengers Cup, any kind of higher level game. Thor tends to show
It's
up.
kind of funny. It's kind of funny because when they play on LAN, they like miss Thor ults. Because it's like on LAN and it's instant. Or a lot of the times, a lot of people, these LAN plays, it takes them a second to get used to. The first couple of games. Yeah, you're trying to like... Yeah, there's no lag, unless you're playing Eager Cloud9 and then there's like a weird lag spike and you hear audio cues and they're like, whoa, I'm lagging, and like walk into Fire Giant. Then there's some weird stuff as that was a little awkward situation for high-res. But Omain is going to lock in the Shablanque as well for the ADC. So Famous will be getting the Shablanque hyper carry. Zeus locked in as a big damage dealing mage. Wubbin is going to be the support. Right now, the top 3 picks for Risky looking pretty solid, but don't really shy on that Kepri pick. So, I mean, looks like 2 inches has their draft strategy working for them.
So far, so good. Also want to deny it away from Risky behavior, so that is always a solid play in here. But at the same time, Risky end up getting the Athena here, and now Shablanque. Third ban phase has already rolled on through. We'll see
Loki.
Sobek. Loki hovered on here for the split push soul laner if they want inside of Risky. They could definitely go for it. It's one great way to tear people up, but I don't think we'll see it here.
Oh, he's not locking in. They have a game to give. Why not, right? They have a game. They'll crazy toast
it.
Oh, he's the new Thanatos instead.
Do that.
You'd rather see Thanatos than Loki? Are you kidding me? Really?
I would rather see Thanatos mid than Loki.
Thanatos is so, obviously he's not going to play it in mid. He's just locking
obviously
it in for...
not, but I'd love to see it.
I mean, this Death Scythe, whack, 400 HP, gone. You're like, what is this ability? Why does it hit so hard? It's dumb. And then you get late game, and it's like, oh, that tickled, okay. So he turns into definitely a really different god, Thanatos. One of the few gods that really transitions hard from an early game death-killing machine to that late game kind of support. Let's go ahead and kill the tanks. But the positive about Thanatos is, and we will say this, is that I understand this pickup because of the Kepri ult no longer cleanses executes.
It's a great way to shut that one down. It also provides a nice secondary initiation for Risky behavior right there. Instead of just relying on Wubbin for Athena. Now they can also let Athena focus more on peeling for the Zeus and just relying on the zone control here. I'm still fairly certain there won't be a Loki, especially not with this current team comp.
Oh, Loki. Do it. Do it, crazy. Lock it in. They have a lot of control. Risky behavior, looking at it, Kepri, control. Thor, walls, control. Nox, silence, roots, control. Fenrir has his ultimate and is stun for control. Team 2 Inch, again, has a lot of control on their end. Where really, that is, other than Apollo, it's really their major damage dealer right there. Whereas Team Risky Behavior, I keep getting the names backwards because they're backwards on my client. But Risky Behavior has damage in Zeus, damage in Shablanque. Thanatos just does damage. And Robin, crazy toaster. You locked in Robin versus Loki? Oh yes, this will be good.
Robin is at least entertaining to watch here.
This will be good as the 1,000-man. I call him the One Punch Man. Have you seen the new One Punch Man on Hulu, the anime?
No, I've got friends trying to make me watch it here, but unfortunately, I'll get my fill of One Punch Man today as Crazy Toaster playing Ravana.
Yeah, that's going to be... I just watched the first episode with my roommate, so this is going to be entertaining. I want to see the One Punch Man right here. Just start Piranha punching his way to victory as the god trading is going on here real fast, so we will get going into the game. So give us a few minutes, guys, and we'll be right back with this Game 2 of the finals, and we'll get the spectator client issues fixed up here in just a second. Alrighty, guys, about 60 seconds until the minions are getting ready to spawn. You already know the teams. Team 2-inch versus Risky Behavior. So Team 2-inch did decide to go with the first pick this time. They swapped over sides, and they have decided to go with the first one and got their Kepri first. So are they going to invade?
Big. Toaster. Crazy Toaster in a bad spot. You're getting locked down, and he's going to actually go down. First blood going the way of Team 2-inch there. Oceans picks it up.
He's Robin. He's just like, I'm cool.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, it's like, what's up? Free kill. Have it.
He's just like, hey, look, I'm Robin, and I'm just going to punch you still. Anyways, I got this.
As true heroes always give up first blood.
I mean, solo lander is okay. Surrender vote has started. F6. F6, boys. That's Crazy Toaster saying where was the help at.
GG.
It's over, boys.
Over, man.
It's over at less than 7 seconds till the game starts. You can't do it anymore.
I guess you can say that Risky Behavior just got juiced if that happens.
Oh, man, that would be terrible. Oh, man. As the wards come out over here for the boys in blue, they're definitely going to be a little bit more wary as they kind of place the same ward vision. So first blood will go over to Apollo, who's going Transcendence Apollo? Really? Transcendence Apollo versus the Death's Toll. Yeah, that's a little awkward. I don't feel that Transcendence is where Apollo shines. He's not ability based. He's definitely auto attack based, and that's where Devos comes into play. Like, I don't know.
It's gonna be one of those ones here. It's gonna give him a little bit extra sustain in the lane, from the mana. He's gonna hit incredibly hard fairly quick with that Transcendence here, but it's not a very common item you see on Apollo here, so I'm going to see how this one plays out for Oceans here, and then we'll figure it out from there after we build a few more items.
I mean, we'll see how it works out. As Famous is going to be on the Shablanque. He'll have his Transcendence starting online as well. But Oceans will get it first. We'll see if this Apollo Kepri lane can put up a little bit more pressure, which it seems to be doing, versus this Famous or versus the Shablanque Athena lane.
In all honesty, it should actually, maybe not, as we see Webbin getting plucked away here. Might need to play it a bit safer here, as they're going to get absolutely shredded a little bit. But Webbin should be able to walk this one. But Oceans...
Oh, the right-hand side. Crazy Toaster is going to be in trouble. Yeah, he just hit the... Oh, wow. He was able to immune it out right there. Yeah, Scream hit the stun, and Crazy Toaster took a lot of poke, but Archer's kind of helped him out. So looks like we do have a short pause from what I understand by admin. Should be real quick right here, so no big deal as it comes out. But, yeah, I mean, just barely able to get the overhead kickoff was Crazy Toaster and survive from those last couple minion hits.
It was an incredibly close call for Crazy, and Scream leveraging his early pressure as Fenrir incredibly well right now. And Scream just doing a great job in the lane here, but Crazy Toaster definitely struggling a bit. Does have his blue buff, so should be able to keep sustaining. Gonna get the heals off of his assault here, so he should be fine-ish, especially if he can just focus on pushing the lane, but at the same time, still a bit worrying to be having this much trouble right now.
Robin just wants to get Frostbound Hammer online. Like, if there was a guy that Frostbound Hammer was ever made for, it was Robin. Crazy. I mean, it's just made for this guy. He's just going to punch you down and try to stick to you. I really think, like, Fenrir at some point is going to end up falling off, and I don't really know if he's going to be able to do it. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely trading out well. I mean, he gave up the first blood, and that was on a weird rotation, but at least Fenrir didn't get it. If you're going to put someone behind, I mean, you put the ADC behind a little bit, it's not that big of a deal for the first blood. It wasn't on the other ADC, and it wasn't during the laning phase. It's a big rotation. There's a couple members over here. Oh, Main's not 5-8. He's only 4, but there's no really wards around as the taunt was going to come out on Oceans.
Ocean's going to cut out here. Death Sight right away into Ocean's back right there. Not going to do really enough damage or lockdown to get him taken down, but still putting a bit of pressure in this duo lane here. And the big thing out of the first blood from 2-in was the fact that they got that first blood kill onto their ADC. So that's the nice thing about it, but I agree with you definitely. If it goes on, if like the solo laner is the one who dies, it's not going to be too huge of an issue. He'll still end up being able to scale up quite nicely. And Crazy Toaster's whole game will just be like, all right, I just farm a little bit longer.
I mean, again, he just wants to get boots online. He wants to get Frostbound Hammer online. He's going to get a little bit of physical defense. He might go Runeforge. Really, honestly, I'd say a Midgardian Male might be pretty good as well. Auto attack based. They're mostly auto attack based gods that they have here. So a Midgardian might be better off than even like the Mystical Male, as the Harpies aren't spawned, but we do see the mid. Scream is rotating over here to the mid lane, giving free farm, but Thor's in the air.
They won this fight here. And oh man, he knows what's coming. He's going to look for a way in, but everybody's grouped up. Xeno, well, he's going to drop down the ultimate in time. Only going to buy him a scant few seconds of extra damage here. Scream, not even needed right there, as another kill goes the way of Team 2-inch inside the mid lane here. Fear no, getting another kill, well, another assist going his way here.
Yeah, well, Scream's just going to go ahead and miss out a lot of farm. If he doesn't get this kill on Omain, he will, though, it looks like, as he ults in. And, well, Omain will die, and Scream does get the kill. I was going to say he really needed something out of that rotation because he let Robin a free farm, and he just hit 6 and really was evened up. If you look at the gold, with that Scream just now pulling ahead of the gold, I think he's still going to fall behind. He's going to lose that wave of minions. He got the kill. Just really think he's going to end up he's going to fall even with that.
At the same time, though, he's helping his team out there. Even though he's going to fall behind a little bit, he's still getting the mid camp secured for Team 2 Inch right here. And he's focusing on getting his mid laner and jungler a little bit extra ahead here. As Fearno going to likely end up being one of the major carries alongside Oceans this game.
I mean, it's big if Wubbin or Fearno can go ahead. Yeah, as I say, if Fearno can get those silences off on top of the Zeus, I mean, it's kind of big. If he can't cast abilities, he's going to be in trouble right there. As right now, Apollo, I guarantee, wants the back. I want to take a look at Gold in hand, actually. Yeah, he wants the back right here at 4.5 minutes in the game. Shablanque is about to hit the 1400 mark for Transcendence as well after this wave. So Famous doing a good job keeping his counterpart in lane just to pretty much get the stacking going at the same exact time. Shouldn't be much of a difference on stacks for those two characters.
Shouldn't be too much. Will not be a small differential for Apollo here, but at the same time, yeah, Ocean's already backed up. Famous 8 heading back as well. So both should be about even on stacks and everything comes down to it here. At the same time, 2 Inch going to start trying to feed jungle stacks to Oceans as well.
They're Crazy Toaster and Scream just fighting out again. This is pretty much what we've seen the whole entire game as, oh, he's going to get ulted. Crazy Toaster doesn't have beads. Oh, he's dead from the tower right there. He's going to be
dead to rights right there. Oh,
wow.
Man, damage reduction is good.
Now overhead kick, yeah.
They really want this fight. Toaster dodges away barely. He's trying to buy time. Won't get walled off, but Omain was the one to fall instead. But instead, the Provident Assault will connect for Crazy Toaster. Jukes around here as the taunt will buy time, but it's not going to save you from
overhead kick.
Toaster will kick away from this one. He's going to kick.
He's running around in the circle.
He makes it out with the ultimate, but he's still going to fall right there. Xena now wrong place, wrong time. Ocean's got this man locked down, dead to rights, possibly rooted out by Fearno, but the wall comes on through to lock things down. Ocean's finds the final kill, and 2 Inch find a fairly great fight, and despite the jukes from Crazy, it's going to end up going the way of 2 Inch quite handily.
Man, overhead kick OP. The overhead kick is just like getting Robin out of a lot of situations. He ends up 2ing a tower shot with damage reduction going on. He 2s out of the cripple root combination just to run away. He ults to try to get further ahead and get out of damage. I mean, Crazy Toaster put on some work on the Ravana right there. Something we don't really see. We don't see the character enough in these competitive games to really know what he can truly do. I mean, I think everyone's kind of seen him in like a pub game here or there, but no one really picks him because he's, quote, bad. And right now showing that he has some moves.
He's definitely a cog in the machine, usually, of these team comps. So it's an interesting thing to see him happen here. Same thing goes for Goobus, just another cog in the machine here. Is now 2 Inch on a retreat here. Wubbin going to actually taunt out Oceans here as a quick root will prevent Famous 8 from pushing forward enough. Abduction does come to Famous here as Ocean still taking quite a bit of pressure from the minion wave. Gonna end up trading in favor of risky behavior right there, though.
So, the Zeus is 0-2 right now. And really, Thanatos is 0-2. This early game Thanatos that's supposed to happen, and right now you're mid laner. I mean, what do you got to end up doing here to get back into this as the Zeus?
Well, exactly this right here. Like, exactly what you're doing right now. Scream going to get executed by Omain right there. Just going to be risky behavior, looking for plays around the map here, but it's not going to matter if they end up losing this Gold Fury here, especially if Ratchet here picks off his counterpart. And now, Gold Fury getting burned down fairly quickly. Famous 8 needs to run away, but Ryoko, he wants to find the kill. He's going to force him away from this one, and Ryoko will take down Famous 8. 2 Inch find a Gold Fury as well. Zeno may not be able to find anything to happen here, but he will toss some lightning towards Ratchet here. Resurrection goes out. Ultimate setup to secure Ratchet once he comes out of that one. Detonate, not even needed right there. So Xenotronics going to find the kill to Ratchet, but still, Gold Fury lost. Risky now down about 1.3k.
That was a really similar play. The reason the ult was so big there by Xeno, yeah, he killed the Khepri, but Xeno needed that kill to get back into the game. So yeah, you're going to waste ult on a reviving Khepri just to make sure that you secure that kill. Xeno's going to pick up his first kill of the game right there as the Nox is still 0-0. But I mean, with the 2 deaths, he's out there. Wubbin taking a lot of poke though from the double tap, and right now that wall kind of put him in an awkward position, but he should be okay as he splits this camp up. Yeah, Fearno's level 10 right now on this Nox, so really just kind of got to get the levels, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be all about what it is here. XP is the story maker for this game, and 2 Inch doing a fine job of risky behavior, responding back quite nicely in the farm game to keep the XP from falling too far away from them. About 1.5 thousand as it stands right now. So all in all, risky behavior have a shot here, but 2-inch looking to be in a good spot to carry on through this game. As Zeno plucked away by Scream, they've got to get their hands on some big beads right now. As Zeno going to get absolutely obliterated right there.
Yeah, Zeno had beads one. They were down cooldown for 2 seconds, and you said they needed to pick up big beads. Beats 3. The next purchase, like, all right, I'm done with
that
this.
That is absolutely what you need right now, especially with Fenrir just doing work around the map. Now Toaster actually the one caught out here, but he's got backup coming around from the side here. Oh, man, relying on to stay grouped up here. Crazy Toaster actually surviving this fight here. Just going to turn this towards Scream. Scream's done, and he will just overhead kick his way out of that one. Send Scream screaming back towards his back line.
Oh, Fearno with the snipe!
With a huge snipe right there. Crazy Toaster gonna fall to Fearno in the end. As now, oh man, he needs the juke. He's got the jukes for now, and he should get out of that one. But Fearno going absolutely massive with that one. The abduct is good, but the beads are better right there.
I don't know if he needed the beads that one. Yeah, I mean, that Ratcheteer is happy. Blue team's very happy about that beads burn. That's a 3-minute cooldown on the jungler. Again, this is a level 9 Thanatos. He is a level behind the 3-0 Thor. Both early game gods. Really supposed to be. Thor is outshining his counterpart right now in everything that he's doing.
He's just completely going off this game. And last game, I have to say, it was fairly even from the junglers. This time, it's completely going to be Ryuku showing up massively in almost every single engagement here. His Thor ultimates have been on point. He has been the man who has gotten his team this far ahead so far. And if 2-inch can keep this up, risky behavior going to struggle on through this game. And 2-inch could very easily pull this into the third game of the series.
Well, Crazy Toaster's going to go ahead and die for the right-hand tower right here. He was trying to do what he can. Ultimate came out by Scream. Ragnarok used. I mean, Crazy Toaster's just juking around. He just kind of delays what he can right there. But Tier 1 will be picked up for his death. The teleport is also down and not available, so he'll have to walk back to his tower as soon as he gets back in the next 30 seconds, which possibly, if they push up this wave, might be lost. But not looking to engage as O main is kind of on this left-hand side of the jungle looking for something, but Apollo's the only objective, and it's 3 people, and Taunt's going to miss. Oceans is fine.
Oceans is fine for now, but for how long is the question, especially with the rest of 2-inch rotating as well. Risky behavior. Going to be walking right into a big fight around the Gold Fury pit here, as we will see Ryuku going up in the air. There's a nice little grouping of members inside of risky behavior. We'll see Oceans coming up as well. A 2-man dunk here, but now Xenotronic's doing work. It's not going to matter, though, as Apollo absolutely shutting the health bars. Double for Fearno right there, as Famous Hate will take down Ryuku. But he's going to fall in the end as well. Oh, man, looking to be the next victim here. A triple for Fearno right there. Looking for the quadra now. Root will land on Wubbin. Abducted back in. He might find this quadra kill here as the taunt comes on through. Wubbin surviving for now. Fearno dashing around. He will lock him down, but it's been a little bit too long as we will see Athena slip out the back there. Crazy Toaster on the hunt for Ratcheteer. Nothing going to detonate there as Crazy Toaster finds the kill. Looking for the second one. He could find the 1 versus 2, especially with Athena coming back in for the party. But for now, it's over as 2-inch take a massive fight, and things are looking a little bit dire for Risky.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's the Thanatos is just not working for them right now at all. It seems like 1 in 3 is O main. He had a great performance last game on the Neja, just not able to get the same pressure. He's trying to initiate a lot of the times with his ultimate and get up in the air and kind of like beat out what's happening, but he's not able to do anything as these Khepri ults are coming out on characters that are dying, and he's not ulting them. He's like ulting early and trying to get the kills. It's just really, the Thanatos pick is just seeming to be a little bit it's not fitting really well into this team.
It's just not really working out. And unfortunately, if Thanatos falls this far behind Earth, he's going to massively struggle the later things go. He's doing Omen's doing a solid job just playing as an initiator role, but unfortunately, he needs to be a bit more than that here. Famous Hate and Oceans having a bit of a duel here. Box going the way of Oceans so far, but Famous Hate might actually find the better end of this trade as he gets several good shots in the Oceans there, but Famous Hate, well, gonna get fired back, and your taunt comes through. Oceans gets the save from Ratcheteer right there.
Oh, so there's a Thor.
And now it's going all according to plan here. Ratcheteer picks up a kill on the Famous Hate.
Yeah, Thor ults in right there. I mean, they got 2 ultimates out of the boys in blue. They got the Thor ult, they got the Khepri ult right there, and Gold Fury is back up. This is what they want. 2-man taunt's going to connect. Fearno beats that out with the Khepri ult down. Zeno takes a lot of damage from the ultimate. He's going to try to ult himself. This lightning is not going to do anything to deter. And yeah, right now they're losing this fight.
Right in the backside of this fight, going absolutely massive in the backlines, keeping the entirety of risky behavior forced away from him when he teleports in. Oh, man, in trouble right now, but the leap from Scream will secure that kill right here. 17-5 is the kill count right outside the Gold Fury pit. 2-inch looking to take this one down and lock down a solid big lead right now. Is 2-inch now sit 6,000, 7.3 thousand experience ahead, 5.5 thousand gold in the lead, and risky behavior. They've got to have a plan. They've got to make something happen, or else
I think
this
the
could be
plan is game
the end of
3.
this game.
I
Yeah,
think the
that might
plan. Yeah,
actually be the plan.
I think the plan is game 3. So like, I don't really see risky. This is tough. I've seen teams come back, and I know risky's come back from probably just as much before. I just don't know with this comp. Yeah, you got Zeus Blanc. I just unless this Thanatos can really get something going, and unless he transitions quickly from this, executioner to like the tank killer, he's really got to be on this Kepri on the back line the best he can. But Fenrir's doing a good job. I mean, Crazy Toaster's been really a silent star in the solo lane. He's got the tower down first. He was doing a lot of good things as they were kind of camping him. But right now, the control, like that's the biggest thing, is this control that the blue team has is destroying it. And Wubbin's going to get caught out again because of all that control.
Woman going to get absolutely massacred right there. And another big strength of this team here is now Fearno going to get shredded. He might end up falling there. Boom! He's going to just detonate there from Xenotronics as up in the air goes Omain. He's on the hunt, but unfortunately this hunt takes him a bit too deep into enemy territory. He's going to be backing off entirely here. And the big strength of Team 2-inch right here is the fact that they have so much dive potential here. Xenotronics is almost just going to be completely locked out in every fight here. They've got so many ways to just find the Zeus, kill the Zeus, and not let him do anything in these fights here.
I said it earlier.
Way too much dive potential here from Team 2.
The Zeus is just, I just don't feel like it's
you
done much.
You can't afford to pick him this early, I feel.
I just don't feel like Zeus does very well. I think he's just overrated. Yeah, he has a lot of damage. I mean, I said he's got a good early game, a little bit of a weaker mid game. Looks like we have a quick pause. Wubbin's DC'd out. So we're going to talk through this here real fast. But yeah, the Zeus is a good pick, but it's really got to fit perfectly in your team composition. You got to have a lot of peel. The Zeus needs the two.
Of the enemy as well.
Yeah, the Zeus needs the 2 Guardian meta or the 2 tanky, frontline meta to peel for him. Like, he doesn't need Raven in the solo lane. He needs, Bellona that can disarm people from attacking him. Stun them out. He needs the anything pretty much. The Jing 10s. He needs peel. And he's just not really getting that with Omain in the jungle right now. Like, the Nejat pick would have been a little bit better to take people out of the air and stuff. But just the Zeus is getting picked off. Xeno just really just sitting duck at 2 and 6 right now. I mean, we'll take a look at the damage charts and see where everyone's at. I mean, Xeno's sitting pretty at 7,200, but there are 4 blue bars above him.
Yeah, and really, it's just the fact that Team 2-inch can dive, they can shred, they can do whatever they want in these fights. Team 2-inch playing incredibly lights out and drafted very well around the composition that risky behavior have. So all in all, I gotta say Team 2-inch definitely performing above and beyond this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at Fearno, I should say, Scream. He's got the Runeforged Hammer online plus the Mailer Renewal. Scream's just never going to die when it comes to anything at this point in time, and really, Robin's going to be having to catch up. He's got Heavy Hammer, Frostbound's next, but they're going to take this Tier 1. Athena Ultimate did come in right here. Ratchetier's up front by himself. Can he get abducted? But he's got a taunt on right here. 2 big man stun is going to happen. Apollo's ulting in. Scream cleans up 1. Apollo mezzes out Wubbin, but that's going to be a 1-for-0 trade, and Omain will take a seat to the bench for the next 30 seconds.
A big pick on the Omain right there, locking out the jungler of these fights. So now, once again, Team 2-inch is going to take this time and just have free reign of every spot in the map, every part of the jungle. Wubbin might try something. Same goes for Xeno and Famous, but unfortunately, Scream a bit too tanky right now. He's got Ratcheteer right around the corner to back him up. Root not going to fight anybody, but a massive stun coming out. Thor up in the air. Everybody's grouped up. That's huge. 3-man and Ladon connects here. And Xeno, he's not even going to find any damage right there with the ultimate. Ryuki finds a double kill. Now he's looking for more. He's got the bead pop for safety. Will have a spear fired back in his direction. Ryuku locked on down for a few seconds. But unfortunately for him, Crazy Toaster will be the one to fall maybe. He's locked inside the middle of the Nox. Massive detonation there. A 3-man lockup from Omain, but it's not going to find any execute here. Ratcheteer gives his life for the cause. His Ocean claims another victim right there. But even with the losses, a massive fight for Team 2-inch right there. Ratcheteer, the only one to fall.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was a 1-for-4 trade. Wubbin ends up being pretty much no HP, no mana. Has to go back to base to go ahead and defend, and right now that's a free Tier 2 at the 16-minute mark. Surrender vote did start. I mean,
That's
the
hard
draft.
to recover from.
That's stuff right there. But I mean, I felt like that was the opposite game what we saw. Risky did the same. Risky had their way in game 1. Team 2 had their way in game 2. Well, now we're at a best of 1. This is the next game that decides who wins Friday Night Smite this week. Wouldn't have it any other way versus these two teams because both teams looked really good in their wins. I'll say that much.
I definitely have to agree with you here. It's been two teams back and forth, but in a different way than we're used to here. It's very much been the one team takes a massive win over the other, and the other fires back with an even bigger win here. It's been incredibly decisive. Will this trend carry through, and can somebody ride the momentum, or will we see both teams swing back up and just snack somewhere in the middle?
I'd like to see some shenanigan bams come out to go ahead and leave up some gods like Jing 10. I'd like to see like just ban Bastet first. Just cause. Leave open some gods. Go ahead and pick yourself up something. Risky Behavior has option. They might go to the chaos side, or they really see the value of the first pick. They'll go that way. We'll see what happens. But I'd like to see some like shenanigan bans just to go ahead and try to pick up some powerful gods and make sure your team comp is perfect. So we'll see what they decide to do at the end of the day. And right now we're going to take a short break. Have a few minutes in between games. So go ahead and get yourself a drink. Red Bull.